NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day Sports Show. What we're going to do today, Week 12, we're going to go over all my picks versus the spread. I didn't put out a spreads pick video last week because I'm just getting over a cold, but our regular money line picks dominated last week. I'm the best football picker on YouTube. It's not even close. We went 12-2 last week. We're what? 35-8 over the last 3 weeks. We're absolutely dominating. That's why you have to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get into Week 12 picks versus the spread. NFL fans, let's kick off the Week 12 slate. We got a great division game. Steelers at the Browns. The line is only -3.5. So what on earth does Vegas know that we don't know? Division games are always tough. But this Steelers defense is top notch, and I expect them to force, I'm saying, at least 2 interceptions, maybe a strip sack against the Cleveland Browns. I'm going with the Steelers and -3.5. I just think the Steelers are way too good defensively to allow Jameis Winston, who had a very good game last week. He passed for almost 400 yards. They had a lot of really good players that dominated last week for the Browns. Judy and Njoku. Njoku had 81 yards. Judy had over 140 yards. But I think the buck stops here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers and the -3.5 points. Next up, Chiefs, Panthers. The line is big, guys. It's an 11 burger. A big spread. But the Chiefs cover it. Spagnuolo and that defense, I don't expect the Panthers to really score. Maybe they score 13 points if they're lucky. That's why I'm going with the Chiefs. With that 42 total, if they score only 13 points, that means the Chiefs easily cover this spread, guys. Pacheco could potentially come back this week. And then Xavier Worley starting to get really implemented in this offense. DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce. I like everything that's going on in Kansas City, even though they lost to the Bills, who look really good, right? So, Chiefs, 11 points all day long. Lions, Colts. The Lions covered that huge spread of 13.5 points last week by like 30 or 40 points on top of the 13 they were given. I like the Lions to cover the 7.5 points. The Colts, I don't know. Anthony Richardson is still completing less than 60% of his passes. The Lions' defense, especially against the run, has looked really good. I expect them to shut down Jonathan Taylor, force some turnovers, and cover the 7.5 points. I like the Lions in the spot. They're the best team in football. I like the Colts coaching staff. I like Jonathan Taylor, but Anthony Richardson, he looked okay last week, but I don't know. I think the Lions easily cover the spread. This is a very interesting game. This Tampa Bay Buccaneers New York Giants game, right? Both the teams are coming off a bye. Daniel Jones got benched. Tommy DeVito is going to be the guy. I like the Giants at home, +5.5. The Buccaneers don't blow out anyone. They play in a lot of close games. I expect that to continue. I wish this was 6 points, but maybe you could buy half a point if you're interested. You probably get that -120, 130 odds at 6 points. I like the Giants, +5.5. DeVito and Neighbors, I think, have a really good game. I like Tyron Tracy as well. I think this is a close game, guys. That's why I'm taking the Giants and the 5.5 points. Patriots, Dolphins. I've been going back and forth on this game. Listen, the Patriots are moving to more of a pass-heavy offense with Drake May, but Tua has looked great over the last couple weeks. They averaged 10 points a game with Adam, over 20 with him. I expect the Dolphins to win and cover, but it might not cover till late in this game. The first half might be close, but I expect the Dolphins to pull away in the second half. They just have too much talent. Waddle, Hill, HN, Tua. I like the Dolphins in this spot, especially at home, guys. Vikings at the Bears. It's only 3.5 points. I'm taking the Vikings and 3.5 points because Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator of the Vikings, he's really going to bring that pressure. Get in Caleb Williams' face. There's some tape on the new offensive coordinator, so I expect the learning curve not to be as bad as it was last week. And the Bears' offense did look better last week, but the Vikings, they just have so much talent. Addison, Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Hawkinson, Sam Darnold played a little bit better last week. No interceptions, right? So I like the Vikings and the 3.5 points. Texans, Titans. I'm going back and forth on this game because it is a division game, and division games are usually highly contested games that are pretty close, but the Texans looked extremely dominant. I look for Will Anderson Jr. to potentially come back this week, solidify that defense. The Titans just aren't very good. Will Levis played pretty good last week, but I expect that to end. Texans at home are great. They blew out the Cowboys in Dallas. I like the Texans to cover the 8.5 points. Cowboys, Commanders. I think the Commanders cover this huge spread because Dan Quinn used to be the DC of the Dallas Cowboys. He knows this team in and out. He knows how to operate against Mike McCarthy. I expect the defense to, give up under 13 points and the Commanders to score over 25. I like the Commanders to cover the 10.5 points, but barely. It's going to be close. I would probably stay away from this game if you were a better. Division games are always tough, but I think Dan Quinn's knowledge of the Cowboys helps them out. Broncos, Raiders. I like the Broncos to cover. If the Broncos can completely dismantle that high-flying Falcons offense, what are they going to do to the Raiders, man? The Raiders have one good player in Brock Bowers. They're going to shut him down. Broncos easily cover the 5.5 points. Bo Nix looked great, 4 touchdowns last week against a mediocre Falcons defense. The Raiders' defense isn't much better. Their offense is way worse. I'm expecting the Broncos to easily cover the 5.5. Packers at home in Lambeau versus the 49ers. Brock Purdy's dealing with a shoulder injury. Bosa looks like he's going to miss this game. I'm taking Packers at home, especially 2.5 points. That line should be more like 5.5 in my opinion. I love the Packers in this spot. The 49ers guys have just been struggling offensively, defensively. They don't look great. Cardinals, Seahawks. I'm taking the Cardinals and +1. Pretty much a pick 'em game, but I like the Cardinals. I think they're better coached. They got a better roster. I like the Cardinals in this spot, solidifying themselves as the team to beat, in the NFC West. Eagles, Rams. I'm taking the Rams +2.5. I think if the Eagles win, it's going to be by 1 point, 2 points maybe. I wish this was 3 points. If I'm a bettor, I'm buying another half a point to get it to 3 or a whole point to get it around 3.5. That'll probably come in that -150, -165 range. I think that's the better bet. But I like the Rams +2.5. I think the Rams outright win this game. Monday night, I'm taking another plus team, the Chargers +3. That defense looks really good. Justin Herbert is really coming into his own, guys. That connection with Ladd McConkey looks great. Big turnovers last week by the Ravens. Derrick Henry, Isaiah Likely, guys. It's going to be a close game. This is going to be one of the best games to watch this week. I'm very, very excited about it. But I'm taking the Chargers and the new Harbaugh, the new to the NFL now. He was with the 49ers back in the day, went to Michigan, won a national title. He's doing great things with the Chargers. I expect that to continue. I'm taking the Chargers and +3 points. All right, guys, that is my Week 12 picks versus the spread. I hope you guys like these videos. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you're interested in getting early access to my content, you just want to support me and the channel, or you want to get my bets every single Friday, make sure you check out my memberships. I have a 99-cent tier just to support the channel, and for $4.99 a month, you get early access to all my videos, a bunch of exclusive member content like my bets each and every Friday. Make sure you take the time, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.